When the fish are biting and you need to know when, where, and how to catch them, well, you've come to the right place. North Carolina Saltwater Weekly, where we talk fishing. And now, from the beautiful beaches of southeastern North Carolina, please welcome your host and mine, Captain Cook.
Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at, this is the Lost Creek kayak. It's actually a rebranded Mako, and we're just going to look over it and see how I got rigged up and what I've got so far, and we're going to take it out and fish with it. Been out a couple times with it, so it does fairly well. We're going to start up at the bow. This doesn't come with this. I actually 3D printed these and added a bungee system up here. Slide this back out the way, we'll show you what we've got in the bow. Open up the hatch. Inside here, you can see we have a waterproof, yeah, I got a waterproof box down in there, and that holds the battery for my electronics. We'll move on down. Also have a, as you can see here, I have a Tacticam fisheye camera that points back that way, so you can see all the good fish when I catch them. And that's mounted on the rail here. Things we're doing, we're just going to things I've added. So right here is the Yak Gear on there. Got the Yak Gear pontoons or stabilizers. These things work very well. They do work very well. Outriggers, what they are. We'll move on down here. You can see this is actually, this rod holder came with it, so I can take this off and move it around. But this is where, say, I'll put my rod if I need to retie or take a fish off. I rest it in here and I can remove it. This thing does come with rod holders. I've got one here and over there. These are more or less useless is what they are, in my opinion. Also I've added to it, this is a Yak Gear stakeout pole. And what I'll do with this, I'll take it and I'll just stick it in one of these scupper holes and anchor myself. See, I also have my paddle strapped to the side. If you're wondering why this one doesn't look, you can see it looks kind of rough looking. Well, that's because I put Never Wet on it. And Never Wet, it's an amazing thing, but it does make your whatever you put it on look like crap, but it does work. Because what was happening was I was getting a lot of water coming back off of this paddle. These are about worthless and falling in my lap, so that Never Wet works very good. We'll go back here. This got this baby right here. This is a backwater assassin, and this is a very small, you can see it's a very small paddle, and that lets me move around, just little, not having to take this big paddle up, because you got this big 8-foot paddle laying on your lap, and it's just no good. So this one here I can put in one hand, and I can turn the kayak very easily. I keep it right here in that rod holder. Things about these rod holders that come on this thing, I don't like them. So I'll come back here You can see here I have the Yak Gear milk crate. Inside the milk crate, I've got a waterproof box. This contains my first aid kit, batteries for my GoPros, anything else I don't want to get wet in case I flip over. I keep it in this. This box will float. This came with 2 rod holders. It came with it, and I added these 2. And I like this setup a little better. We'll go around, of course, landing net, which goes in this rod holder here. And like I said, the rod holders that came with it are about just useless to me. We'll come around to here. I've added on, this is a Garmin. This is a Garmin Striker. Got it mounted on Yak Attack, and also have the, where you can just flip that down and put your transducer in the water and just flip it back up. And this is the Yak Gear blade, switchblade, that's what that is. This kayak came with, which was also useless, and I'm going to do a review of this kayak, but it came with a trolley anchoring system here that's just useless. It's just, I didn't like it, so I took it off, just put some rope on there for tying off at docks and good stuff like that. Here is the other outrigger, and these work very well. They work very well. There's my pedal system. It came with it, nothing I added. Just added on some paracord for rope in case I needed it. And that's about what I got added onto it right now. Got a little bit of storage area under the seat for tackle trays and good stuff like that. Got some rope here. And what this rope is for, it always stays tied on here. It makes it easier to flip your kayak back over if the unforeseen, you may flip your kayak. So I always keep this tied on here. And of course got the rods on there. So I think right now we're good on what I need to do to it to go out and fish. And I have fished in it a couple of times. Like I said, I think I'm pretty well set up. And of course, you never have enough stuff. You're never set up quite as good as you need to be. But I think I'm off to a good start. There's some other things I have. I actually have an umbrella that mounts on the seat here. If you want to get out the sun a little bit while you're out there, have an umbrella that mounts here. Of course, life jackets. And all in all, it's a fairly good kayak. Like I said, I'm going to do a review of this kayak and give my pros and cons, and you know what I think about it. Like I said, this is a Lost Creek, but it is just, it's a right Mako. It's a right Mako. If you'll look right here, if you can see that, it says Mako. But it's a fairly good kayak. This is a 10-footer, and actually it's, if you measure it out to the rudder, about 10'6". And I've enjoyed it so far. But getting it rigged up, it's winter time. I'm not taking it out a lot right now. Water's real cold. Air temperature is extremely cold. But just thought I'd show you guys how we've got it rigged up right now. and it's ready to fish. Just like we're sitting right now, she's ready to go. Very excited about the new Tacticam fish eye. Haven't used it out on the water yet. Very excited to have it. But all in all, I'm ready to go. I'm really ready to go. And of course, like I said, you can never have enough stuff, right? You're always finding something else, you know, more camera gear, and just different things. And of course, this is not all I have. You know, you've got to have stringers for your fish, and of course, I'm not carrying a cooler. I'm more of a release, catch and release angler. But if I find one I want to keep, you know, I'll throw it on a stringer. Keep the cooler in the truck. When I get back to the hill, we will put fish in the cooler. So here's what I got rigged out so far on the Lost Creek Angler. Like I said, I will be doing a complete review of this kayak. I do thank you guys for joining me. I hope you can get out and fish. Extremely windy right now, extremely cold, but things are going to get better. You guys take care, and I'll catch you later.
Well, that's going to about wrap up another week of North Carolina Saltwater Weekly. Be sure and tune back in with us where we can keep you informed on the best places to cast, catch, and fish right here in beautiful southeastern North Carolina.